know how to
Send
do
it to
that.
her?
Yeah.
Okay, she's coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
She knows.
It's all on you, okay?
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
we'll be in the car.
And you know the number to call me. Okay.
Well, are you running this?
There's no batteries.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want, she served it. Okay. Well, let's.
So start on page 1. Andeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Nitam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Savadhutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sakana Dalita Shri Vishakamitam Sha Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namaham Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Namine Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupananda Pravaram Rajarasa Sikam Narayanam Tam Prapanam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Rupananda Bhaktiram Cha Kripamurtim Narayanam Shri Krishna Yagatara Sidaksha Madhurya Madhurya Shaitam Paramparanyam Purusha Narayanam Tam Shirashadam.
I'm gonna come down here because.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went.
Keshava Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vamuriti Namine Gaura Bhava Maya Deha Ujjvala Rasa Bhavaka Bhaktivedanta Manora Bhakti Prajaka Guru Damita Sevasu Vaishnava Saradamati Ramde Bhagavate Saksha Goswami Vedante Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Vati Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gurumani Prachayini Vishesha Sunyavari Pashtai Deshatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Acharya Simharupini Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshavai Namini
Adi Madhyavadanta Swaistana Prachaparini Shivaduke Sarabhaka Shivanagadaini Vasvaya Vyahaya Krishna Kacharini Upagana Pavaya Vinoti Sudhavini Aguvara Vidya Sarva Satna Sarini Mayaya Rupaya Vinantakaraya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namini Shri Vrindavanagi Devi Dayitaya Vibhavaya Krishna Sambhara Vijnana Daini Bhavaya Namaha Madhurya Jwala Vibhavaya Shri Bhavaya
Shri Gaura Guru Shakti Vigrahaya Namaste
Namaste Guru Shri Nitai Natari
this is
Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshara Mukaya Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandamine Gaura Shakti Swarbhaya Upanamukhavarayate Gaura Rinavamesna Vinisna Sajanapriya Vaishnava Sarvadhamashri Jagannathaya Namaha Vajjagavata Vyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Namaha Krishna Prema Pralayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurishte Namo He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostite Tapta Devchana Namurigana Vinandaveshwari Nishavanusute Devi Pranami Hari Priya Jayatam Surata Pangur Mama Mandar Matirgati Asavasavaram Bhaja Shri Radha Madana Mohana Naramyuka Padramata Shri Maranagara Simhasanista Shri Marana Shri Ramada Devashwari Sevyamnasmaram Shri Manvasasarambi Vashiratata Kasika Karshivanyam Sune Gopi Gopinata Shri Ashtanam Om Vrindaya Tulasi Devaya Priyaya Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavate Namo Namaha Namaham Krishnam Bhaktarupasarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhattachyam Namami Bhakta Satyam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Shri Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama
So, page 23. Okay, let's do it. So, Denise.
Krishna Haita Chaturmukha. Sorry. Krishna Haita Chaturmukha. Hare
Sorry, we're leaving.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're
But everybody's really good.
I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so page 36. Vrindavana vasi jato Vaishnavera gana Vandana puri Shabara shana Vaishnavasi jato Mahaprabhu gana Tumite koriya bando Shabara Now we'll do page 200. Anukula sasankapa pratikula vivarjanam rakshishyati vishwasa bhadritve varanam tatha atmanikshepa karpanye sadhita sharanagati. The 6 steps of surrender are acceptance of that which is favorable for bhakti, rejection of that which is unfavorable, faith in Krishna's protection, acceptance of the Lord as one's only maintainer, and submission of the self and humility.
No, but you want together, isn't it? When you said we're together, you mean, isn't it?
We could, because it's already 10:16.
Yeah, hey, hang on a second. I don't know. How was this one that were together? The one?
What's your name again?
Randir Adesh.
Huh?
Randir Adesh.
So what should I call you? The whole thing?
You could just do Adesh.
Okay?
Adesh.
Okay.
That works.
What's this?
Oh, we have to take the.
So now we say a prayer before we do the prayer. So we're going to pass out the prayer. Where's everybody else? Where's Sarada?
In the kitchen.
This kitchen? Oh, this is good. Agyanam timirandasya Jnananjana salakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namah Yam Pravajantam Manupetam Apeta Krisham Vaipayam Tirahaka Tadamajuhava Purveditan Mayataya Tarabo Banejos Tam Sarvabhutagayam Murimanatosmi Bhaktya-vina Aparadarakshay Chipta Sakamadi Tarangahari Kripa-mayivam Charanam-prapana Vrinde namaste Charanarabindam Tavaivasmi Najivami Tamvinam Iti Vivyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanatike Kripaya Diyadagada Bhaligala Sheshabadam Kimavadasishtam Pustimayantayurvi Padati Chakinchit Smela Soditasrir Trijavadavanamantya Mukti Shaktya Tadakim Shamasundara Svela Samvalimadhara Radhika Shikamam Kripanideti Swampriya Charatim Kalikaro Prananatha Prishnabhanu Nandini Srimakanya Salola Sadapada Radhika Paritabe Kritistiti Tambajami Rasikendra Shekhar Samvidaya Dasane Chinam Vigo Kartaye Vajamahendra Nandana Astu Manavati Balaba Janma Janmani Madheshwari Priya. If Sri Radha is merciful to me, then unlimited obstacles to my devotion will be destroyed. There will be nothing superior for me to gain, because I will have attained the excellence of both Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. And if she speaks something while smiling gently, thus revealing the rows of her beautiful pearl-like teeth, then what will the oyster of liberation, what will the significance of the oyster of liberation have? O Syamasundar, O you whose head is adorned with peacock feathers, whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose murli flute enchants the mind, and who is most expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O ocean of mercy, please make me a maidservant at the lotus feet of your beloved. You are the Lord of the life of the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and you are like a bee, very always eager to taste the nectar of her lotus-like face. O Rasikendra Shekhar, foremost of those who are Rasik, who are situated at the feet of Srimati Radhika, I worship you. O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan, you who chants the minds of all, taking a straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved Sri Radha will be my worshipful goddess, birth after birth. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nitya Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Asto to the Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurus, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vidyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather Guru, Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, to all of his divine associates, and to all the assembled devotees, and the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus, who are my Shiksha Gurus, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Ban Maharaj, and Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanta Maharaj. So I wasn't going to give class today because besides the fact there are only 150 devotees here instead of the usual 300, I wanted to take the time to study, because this evening I'm going to be recording some things from Bhajan Rahasya for a retreat that they're going to play when the retreat starts. But then I realized, well, why don't I just read out loud what I'm going to study? That way everybody benefits. Okay, so one thing Manjari wanted me to discuss was what is the difference between Archan and Bhajan and Sadhan, or if there is a difference. So on the very first page, the introduction to the book, where we have a photo of the author, I hope it shows in the TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very first page, it tells what is the difference. So let's start. Many people are unable to understand the distinction between Archan and Bhajan. Do you know?
Tell me.
And therefore they use Bhajan and Archan interchangeably. One can practice Bhajan by performing the 9 kinds of devotional service called Navada Bhakti. And because Archan is included as one of the 9 limbs of Bhakti, it can be considered as a part of Bhajan. What are the 9 limbs of Bhakti? Hearing, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Bandhanam, offering prayers. Bandhanam, Archanam, Padasevanam, carrying out the order, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Atmanivedanam. That is, Dasyam, becoming the servant, carrying out the order, and surrendering everything, and becoming a friend. These are the 9. So Archana is included there, worshipping the deity. But there's a difference between the complete bhajan and a part of the bhajan. Archan means to worship the deity with awe and reverence, like coming before God. That is, with knowledge of the Supreme Lord's divine majesty, and by observing etiquette. That is, you don't walk into the temple with shoes on, out of respect for the deity. You don't turn your back to the deity, because he's God and it's disrespectful. You don't go in front of him chewing gum, because that's disrespectful. So, observing etiquette. It is also archan to serve the Lord with various paraphernalia, like the lamp, like incense, with a fan. According to the rules and regulations, and, this is an interesting part, and with the mundane conception. It's not a rule that we have to have a mundane conception, but archan means to follow the rules and regulations with the mundane conception of identifying oneself with the material senses. One could be doing the same thing. One could be offering arati with the chamra and the fan, and coming on time for making the offering of bhoga. But if he doesn't have the mundane conception of life, and he's doing it for the purpose of either setting an example for others, or purpose of, that would be pretty much why, seeing the Lord moving, and he's doing it out of love. So, in service rendered with intimacy, he doesn't see Krishna as a deity, what to speak of as a doll, what to speak of as stone, which somebody doing, who's in the category of archan does. Intellectually, he knows that he's God, but practically speaking, he's still seeing stone, marble, painting. So a person who's doing bhajan will still worship the deity, just like Gopal Bhatta Goswami worshipped his Radharaman deity, swinging him on the swing during the Julan Yatra festival, and so on. But this is with intimacy and a sense of possessiveness. In the book called Lalita Madhav, Srimati Radhika came to Dwarka, but now she's called Satyabhama. But she knows who she is. She knows she's Radhika. And she knows that out of separation from Krishna, who went to Dwarka, and she didn't expect him to come back, she took the hand of Vishaka Devi, one of her best friends, and they went into the Jamuna River to drown, but she didn't drown. Vishaka, who's the river Jamuna in a personal form, took her up through the skyways to the sun planet, where the sun god lives. The sun god is the father of Jamuna. And the sun god was at that time being worshipped by a king named Satyajit, who wanted gold. He wanted like touchstone worth gold. And he wanted a daughter. So Satyabhama came as his daughter, but she's already an adult. And then she was in the garden, and she saw a statue of Krishna. But she thought that he wasn't a statue, because the deity is real. But you know what I mean. She didn't know that it was a statue, but she thought it was the real Krishna. So she went up to him, and she was decorating him with garlands and nice things. But she was trembling. Her heart was so melted, she got everything all over the place. But we in Arjan want to make sure everything is centered, everything is symmetrical, this thing matches that thing. Because we're doing it by rules and regulations. So in bhajan, the service is rendered with intimacy and a sense of possessiveness called visramba seva, means intimacy. When one serves in that mood, the harsh rays of awe and reverence are still apparent to a small degree, but no one can refuse the excellent sweetness of its cool, pleasant moonbeams. Therefore, a brief Archana Padati has been added at the end of the book. It's a nice summary of the Archana Dipika. Within the framework of the book, the secret meaning of bhajan is given in a way that captivates the heart. This is actually written by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, who is the Diksha Guru of our Prabhupada, and he is the son and disciple of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So he's giving an introduction to the book. That makes sense so far? To everybody but Adesh. Okay. So within the framework of this book, the secret meaning of bhajan is given in a way that captivates the heart. In the process of archan, one remains more or less captivated, more or less entangled in one's relationship with the gross and subtle body. In the realm of bhajan, however, the sadhak passes beyond both the gross and subtle bodies to directly serve, like he's really serving, and Krishna is really there, reciprocating. The transcendental sentiments that others perceive in great personalities who perform bhajan and who are completely free from all kinds of material designations are not worldly or illusory. Due to being directly within the proximity of the non-dual substance, like me and, what's your name again? Sumukhi, we're sitting kind of right next to each other. So that is the way it is with the sadhak who's doing bhajan. And he's at the stage of prem, or another sadhak will be almost on the stage of prem or transcendental love. So due to being directly within the proximity of the non-dual absolute truth, who is beyond perception by mundane eyes, like I'll look at the deity and think he's marble, they experience the transcendental sentiments of seva, like hair standing on end, tears flowing, complexion pallor, like that. that are beyond the range of material senses and material time. So that's, and then what is sadhana? So there's sadhana bhakti in archan, and there's sadhana bhakti in bhajan. But the sadhana bhakti that's engaged in by the personality who's doing bhajan is the true, encompasses the true definition of sadhana. That is, one fully engages his senses, his mind, his heart, in the 9 limbs of bhakti. With all of his senses, his intelligence, mind, ego, everything. In the 9 limbs of bhakti, which are hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping the deity, offering prayers, carrying out the order of the Lord, becoming a servant, and becoming a friend, and offering everything. He engages in this with the express purpose of developing bhava bhakti, or the pure sentiments of the soul, which I just mentioned, which is the, how would you say it, the first sprout, or the first sunrise that come before the sun of prem fully comes out, and which is the potentiality of this prem. Sadhana is the potentiality of prem, which has as its sprout, the plant of prem, has as its sprout, or the sun of prem has as its first rays that come out before the sun fully appears. And so what the Archan devotee is doing, that kind of sadhana, because he's in the material conception of life, and his only desire is not bhav, and he has so many, because he has so many material entanglements, entangled in the senses, in the body, in the mind, in others, in relatives, and picking quarrels and finding faults. His sadhana is really sadhana abhas, or the shadow of sadhana. It's not really sadhana. Like, what are you doing today? Sadhana abhas. Okay. So then, that's in the first thing that I'm supposed to say. And then, in order to reach that exalted state of prem, one has to go through various stages. But without understanding what is prem, you don't know if you're getting to that stage or not, right? Like, for example, leave the batteries.
Yeah.
Like if you're going somewhere, then these days, people don't have the thinking capacity that they did in the past. So everyone depends on the GPS. And without the GPS, people have a tendency to get lost and spend 3 hours looking for a place. So the 7th and 8th chapters of Bhajan Rahasya talk about the goal, and the previous chapters tell how to get there by going through the various stages of, what's the first one? A little bit of faith. Like, what is this? Looks like something I can relate to when we sit down. Like Adesh here, who's sitting here. He was, I don't know if he's hearing me or not, he has something in his ears. Maybe he's listening to music. So he just came yesterday. Did you just come yesterday? When did you come today? Oh, he just came today. He met Kadagaja out on Sankirtan. He came today. He's going to take it day by day to see how he feels about this place. All right, sounds like something I could relate to.
This man?
Huh?
This man?
This man.
He came today.
Yeah, he came today.
Yeah.
Came for, I think, Mangalarti. And let me check it out. Let me sit down and see what's happening. So initial faith. And that initial faith comes from a long process of many lives of devotional service. Then he, by contact, after many lives, then thinks, okay. And then, adosha adatitu sadhusanga, then he associates with devotees and learns from them. Then he engages in the practices of bhakti under their guidance. Then, in the beginning, his activities, his devotional services, and his faith is very tottering. Sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes none, and later a little more. And then the next stage is that he develops steadiness. And then comes, if he keeps being steady, then he develops taste. Like I always use the example, it comes from the Shamarani Puranas, of chocolate chip pistachio ice cream. Tastes so good. So you get a taste which comes a million times more than that. And then you reach asakti. Asakti means just like a boy and a girl are attached to each other. First you have attachment for the process itself, and then to Krishna himself in a personal relationship. And then comes bhav, the preliminary stage of prem, and then finally the goal is prem. So I'm going to read about the second part of this chapter on prem. The first chapter is love and separation, but that's also on the platform of love. And the people who can experience that are associates, like Krishna's beloveds, his friends, his parents, when he's not there. So I'm going to read about the second part, which is the part about meeting, let's say. So I'm just going to read, I'm not going to comment, because I'm also studying now. So this is the last verse of Shikshastakam, because each of the chapters in this book, Bhajan Rahasya, relate to or are the same as the 8 verses of Shikshastakam, which we sing every morning. So, Aslisya padaratam panastumam Ladarshanam mamahatam karotu va Yata tatava vidadadulam pato Mad prananatas tusa eva para. This is a statement by Srimati Radhika. Let that debauchee, Krishna, tightly embrace this maidservant who is devoted to serving him, and thus delight me. Or let him trample under his feet, or break my heart by not being present before me. He may do whatever he likes, even if he dallies with other beloveds. Directly in front of me, still he is my prananath, my worship, the Lord of my life. I am no other but he. Next verse, I'll just mostly read the English. When a person abandons all fruitive activity and fully surrenders himself to me, he becomes a recipient of special prema. This is a result of my merciful treatment to him. I release him from old age and grant him entrance into my eternal pastimes. When one gives up fruitive activities, I'm doing this job or whatever to get some personal enjoyment out of it. And he fully surrenders to me. That's when I make him the special object of my mercy and give him prema, where he can enter into my eternal pastimes and serve me eternally. Then there's can you turn off the AC? There's not really any, what do you call it? Paintings to protect. So this is a prayer by Raghunath Das Goswami for that prema. Oh my dear mind, please do not perform either the dharma or religious principles which produces piety, or adharma, religious principles which gives rise to sin, that are mentioned in the Vedas. Rather render profuse loving service to the supreme worshipable above all others and the topmost truth. Always remember Lord Chaitanya, who is endowed with the sentiments and bodily luster of Srimati Radhika. And always remember Sri Gurudev, knowing him to be most dear to Krishna. My heart is a prayer for that prema again. My heart is devoid of prema for you, and I am not qualified to perform bhakti by hearing and chanting. I possess no knowledge, pious activities, or qualifications of a Vaishnava, nor have I taken birth in a high-class family. I am therefore unqualified in every respect. Nevertheless, O beloved of the gopis, your mercy also falls upon the lowest of the low. So this firm hope of attaining you has me agitated. So why are these great teachers writing these prayers for us so that we know how to pray? When will I be able to count myself as a very skillful, delicate young girl, always staying close to my Swamini, alert to serve her in her every need, wearing her silken bodice blouse that she affectionately gave me with her own hands, because the maidservants of Radharani are fully taken care of by her. They're not paid, but she gives them her remnants. While living in Braj as a follower of those who are attached to Krishna, one should utilize all of his time by gradually transferring the absorption of his tongue and mind from matters other than Krishna to the chanting and remembering of the narrations of Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes. This is the essence of all instructions. Comprehend? The devotee who desires Raganuga Bhakti should constantly remember Vrindavan Krishna, along with his beloved associates who have the same mood as that person who desires Raganuga Bhakti. Who has the same mood means, I've learned from my Gurudev that I'm a maidservant of Radharani. So I want to associate with those devotees who have already realized, or are already oceans of the mood that I aspire for. Make sense? Follow? Follow? No? No or yes?
Yes.
Sarda, yes or no?
Just like,
Well, it's always going to be as much as we can, isn't it?
yeah.
He should remain engrossed in hearing and speaking narrations of their pastimes and always reside in Braj. If it's not possible physically, then mentally. Their pastimes mean the pastimes of the person who he's constantly remembering. Because that person is an associate of Krishna. So he's engaged with Krishna in pastimes. And in the heart of one who adopts such a transcendental vow, attachment for chanting the name of his most dear Lord. There's not many lords, but he has a particular relationship. So the name that he loves the most, in other words, the names of Krishna in relation to the gopis, arises and melts his heart. Now he rises above the condition of the general mass of people, and he's beyond caring for their opinions. Got that? And views. In a natural way, not out of pretense, he acts as if mad. Sometimes he bursts out laughing, and sometimes he sheds floods of tears. Do you want to be like that? Then association of the sincere devotees is required. Sometimes in a loud voice, he calls out to the Lord, and sometimes with a sweet voice, he sings his glories. At other times, when he perceives his beloved standing before his eyes, he even starts dancing in order to please him. Oh friend, that beautiful one, this is Radharani speaking again, when she met with Krishna at Kurukshetra after 70 years of separation. Oh friend, that beautiful one who stole my heart in my youth is now here. These are also the same pleasant nights in the month of Chaitra, with the same fragrance of blossoming malati flowers and the same cool, gentle fragrance breeze from the kadamba trees. I am also the same, my beloved too. Nevertheless, my mind is eager for amorous play at the foot of the Vedasi tree on the bank of the river Reva. I'm not going to explain it, but it has a very deep meaning. It's not Radhika speaking, but Radhika says the same verse, which is from a particular book, thinking of the Jamuna, not the Revati river, thinking of the Kadamba trees, not the Vedasi trees. Then, so this is Rupa Goswami, who wrote a corollary verse in the mood of Radharani. After meeting Krishna at Kurukshetra, Sri Radha said, "O Saki, today at Kurukshetra, I met my same Pran Priya, my beloved Krishna. I'm that same Radha, and there is also happiness in our meeting. But nonetheless, I deeply yearn for Vrindavan, for the Kunja on the bank of the Kalindi, that is inundated by bliss as a result of Krishna vibrating the 5th note on his playful flute. Then it's discussing the spiritual emotions called anubhavs of meeting. 1. Seeing each other, talking, touching, blocking each other's way in a contrary mood. The Ras Leela, enjoying pleasure pastimes in Vrindavan, playing water sports in the Jamuna and Manasi Ganga, enjoying boat pastimes, stealing flowers, stealing clothes, and stealing the flute, enjoying pastimes of demanding tax, playing hide and seek in the kunjas, drinking honey, Krishna dressing in female attire, pretending to sleep, playing dice, pulling off each other's garments, kissing, embracing, making nail marks on each other, drinking the nectar of each other's lips, which are like bimba fruit, and enjoying amorous union. May Indulekha Saki, she's one of the 8 best friends of Radharani, may Indulekha Saki, as Guru, mercifully teach me the art of stringing very beautiful necklaces and garlands composed of pearls, jewels, gunja berries, and flowers. With these necklaces and garlands, I can decorate Radha and Krishna for their pleasure, as they are seated on a jeweled throne in the middle of Radhakund. It doesn't mean they have a jeweled throne in the water. It means it's a little tiny island in the middle of Radhakund. Or a platform. O Krishna, nectar-filled narrations about you are the life and soul of persons suffering in separation from you. And they are sung by great realized poets. What are you doing on the phone?
I'm just seeing the Santi's response. Seeing that Santi message.
Realized poets who are your devotees, just by hearing the all-auspicious narrations about you, all kinds of sins, such as sins that are already there and sins that the seed is there, but soon the reaction will come out in this body or next body. They're all removed just by hearing about you. Wouldn't you like that? And all prosperity, all this comes in the form of prema, love. All of this arises in the heart. Therefore, no one is equal to or more generous than he who broadcasts his glories. So that comes to preaching, book distribution, Harinam singing, prasadam distribution. And when Krishna goes to the forest every day for a few hours to graze the cows, Radhika and the gopis are praying, "Oh dear beloved, when you go to the forest to herd the cows," they're not praying like somebody is praying for devotion. They're actually telling Krishna how they feel. So when you go out to herd the cows, the soles of your soft lotus feet, which are like beautiful lotus flowers, blue lotuses, must suffer as they are pricked by small stones and dry straw. Thought of this disturbs our hearts and minds. When you go to the forest to herd the cows during the day, the Brajbasis are unable to see you, and thus they feel one moment to be like 1,000,000 years. And in the evening, when you return, we see your beautiful lotus-like face, covered with curling locks. At that time, the blinking of our eyelids becomes painful because it obstructs our darshan of you. It obstructs our seeing of you. Is the Creator who made our eyelids ignorant, or is he just foolish? Whatever the difference is. Or it's like, is he stupid or is he an idiot? Oh beloved, your beautiful feet are softer than a lotus. When we massage those soft lotus feet, tender, we fearfully, slowly, gently place them on our breasts in such a way that our hard breasts may cause you no pain. With those same soft feet, you are now wandering with the cows in the forest. Will your lotus feet not be pierced by stones and other sharp things? Such thoughts make us extremely anxious. Oh, beloved, so please stop wandering in the forest and appear before us. So whenever the gopis pray, it's not for themselves. It's really for Krishna's satisfaction. May my heart, and then this is also by the gopis, may my heart attain indescribable bliss at Krishna's lotus feet, which are the eternal abode of pastimes for the original goddess of fortune. Yes, so this is by the gopis when they meet him. Which thwart heaps of lotus flowers pride in their beauty, and which are deeply respected everywhere for their great power in giving shelter to the surrendered souls. So when will my heart feel so much bliss at his lotus feet? His eyes are fresh and reddish like early dawn, full of compassion and very long and wide. His bodily hair stands on end by the touch of the water pot-like breasts of Sri Radha, and the sound of his flute makes the sages restless like the gopis. May the sweet nectar of his lips play in my heart. Now these are some of the 16 things that the Sakis do, the maidservants of Radharani and the friends of Radharani. Jump up and down. You want to hear the 16 activities that you'll be wanting to do when you get there? The 16 activities of the Sakis are as follows. To glorify the prema and qualities of Radha to Krishna and vice versa. To create attachment between Radha and her beloved Krishna. To arrange for their meetings. To offer Krishna to Radhika. To joke. To console. To dress and decorate, both of them. To skillfully hide their innermost feelings, to conceal Radhika's faults, to cheat their husbands and others. I don't know what Radhika's faults will be. Her pastime faults. But I'll ask Maharaj. I got the answer to your question. I'll tell you when you come, I'll show you. To give favorable instructions, to arrange for their meeting at an appropriate time. Like, you'll meet at this time. To fan and render other services. To point out faults in Radha and Krishna, and to instruct them. Like, what would be a fault of Radharani? That you're too submissive. Krishna's going to take you cheaply. So always show your contrariness so that he can appreciate you more. To deliver their messages to each other and to endeavor to protect Radharani's life, who's about to die because Krishna's not there. No, didn't you see? He's there. I take shelter of the maid servants. I think do we say this in class every day? I take shelter of the maid servants of Radhika, of whom Rupa Manjari is the chief, the prominent. Unlike Lalita and Vishaka, who are her most intimate friends, they can perform any service without hesitation. They perpetually and affectionately satisfy Radhika with their various services, such as offering tambul, massaging her feet, bringing her water for drinking, and for arranging her going out on the journey to meet Krishna at night or in the day. How much more do we have? Aho, when in a secluded place, I'll receive such fortune. Oh, almost at the end. Such fortune that Srimati Radhika will, upon the request of Lalita Devi, affectionately and happily, yet shyly. Can you imagine? The power of God also has the quality of shyness. So when will she very shyly, happily, affectionately teach me dramas composed by herself? And then the maidservant would be in the drama. Teach me new poems, riddles with deep meanings, and melodies on the veena. So what do we want Radhika to teach us? I just said it.
Dramas.
Huh?
Dramas.
Dramas.
Beautiful poems.
Poems.
Poetry. Beautiful melodies on the veena.
Melodies on the veena.
And some
Riddles with deep meanings. Okay. May Vishaka, whose voice is sweeter. These are prayers by Raghunath Das Goswami to the different Astasakis, 8 best friends of Radha, to teach him or to show him different ways that he could serve Radha. May Vishaka, whose voice is sweeter than a cuckoo, teach me the captivating art of singing. With that singing, I will please the youthful couple, Sri Radha Krishna, during the rasa dance. See, the manjaris, the maidservants of Radha, also take part in the rasa dance, but not in dancing with Krishna, but in playing instruments and singing. And if they need to hurry up and get something, they'll do that. I will please the youthful couple of Radha and Krishna during the rasa dance, and again and again. They will reward me with jeweled lockets, necklaces, and other gifts. So again, these are the remnants of Radharani that the maid servants were. O Saki, he who gives pleasure and bliss to all the gopis, whose limbs are bluish black, very soft, and resemble blue lotus flowers, whose qualities awaken the festival of Cupid that lies dormant in the gopis' hearts, and who is embraced by each and every limb of the gopis. That Krishna is sporting like amorous love personified in the spring season. This describes the blissful reciprocation between Krishna and the gopis, or all expansions of Radhika. Radha said, from the moment Sri Krishna, the enemy of the Madhu demon, unexpectedly came before my eyes, wicked Cupid stole my heart. Nonetheless, if he, Krishna, will come within my vision again, I will decorate those moments with jewels. Get it? Whatever moments Krishna appears before me, I'll decorate those moments with jewels. Even though Cupid is wicked and stole her heart. At night, okay, so at the end of every chapter, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur takes a drop from the book Govinda Lilamrita about that time of day. So this, the goal, the final goal, is the last time of the day. I mean, it corresponds to the last time of the day, which is called Ratri Lila. At night, Radha and Krishna, who are very anxious to see one another, finally meet. Their dear gopis worship them. How? By chamara and fan? By food at the right time? By performing many services. Radha and Krishna become weary from roaming in the forest, singing, dancing in the Rasalila, and performing other pastimes with these most beloved Sakis, gopis. Their group of loving maidservants then serve them by fanning them, offering them camphor and tambul. It's like a spicy intoxicant. Massaging their feet, and so on. Then the divine couple lie down on a bed of flowers that somehow or other stay afloat, don't get pressed down. They lie down on a bed of flowers. I remember that, Radha Krishna. So here's the concluding words of the whole book. The Raganuga Bhakta, and especially the Rupanuga Bhakta, those who want to be maidservants, remember Sri Radha and Krishna's night pastimes, and while chanting the holy name, they humbly pray, when will I attain service to these pastimes? The sadhaka remembers these pastimes in the association of rasic bhaktas, or devotees who are engaged in the intimate pastimes of Krishna and his associates, and gradually he reaches perfection. But you'll never get there if you don't keep going. Upon attaining internal realization of his eternal identity, which is called in Sanskrit Swarup Siddhi, he takes birth in a gopi's house in Prakat Lila. Means Krishna's roaming around the universes, And in a certain planet in each universe, one after another, he's performing his pastimes. So when that sadhak reaches his internal realization of his identity, then he takes birth in a gopi's house where Krishna is having his pastimes in that universe. By the arrangement of Yogamaya, he's no longer under Mahamaya or illusory, binding, deluding energy. There, under the guidance of Krishna's eternal associates, his seva in the pastimes matures. He gives up his body, consisting of the material qualities, and attains the one body of a gopi in the transcendental pastimes. I mean, now that when he's completed his training in Krishna's pastimes here in the world, then he takes birth, or just appears in the spiritual world as a gopi. There he is forever absorbed in serving Radha Krishna in his perfected body, called Vastusi, the spiritual body. At the time of sadhana, the gross and subtle bodies are obstacles, aren't they? I mean, let's face it, in reaching one's eternal service. However, constant performance of the Hare Krishna Nam Kirtan, which you can never do if you're alone, can never be constant. It's hard enough to be constant when you're living with devotees, but to speak of when you're alone. Manifest the sadhak's constant performance of Hare Krishna Nam Kirtan, manifests the sadhak's pure identity. His Shuddha, pure Swarup, his identity, his body. The sadhak bhakta who follows the path of spontaneous devotion, Ragamar means bhajan as opposed to arjan, remembers pastimes by means of his internally contemplated body. In other words, inside he's seeing his spiritual form, and he's engaging in pastimes with Radha and Krishna in there. The bhavs upon which the sadhaka meditates at the time of sadhana will be attained by him at the time of perfection. So that's sum and substance of everything. Everything we have to know. Okay, Gaur Premanandi. Bhajan Rahasya ki jai. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Srila Gurudev, who wrote the commentary which we're going to read today, ki jai. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Premanandi. Vanchikopacharidascha Kripasindhudeva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo. Were you able to hear Natalia in the kitchen?
Yes, I can hear.
Do you want to go there?
No, not yet.
What?
I didn't hear that part. Go
Do you want to go there where it's talking about here?
Go where?
To Uppercut Vrindavan, but first Vrindavan where Krishna is performing his pastimes here?
Yes, I will go to.
Okay, good. That means full morning program.
Yes, I'll be there.
Full. Okay. Okay.
In the art gallery,
In the art gallery.
there is quote from Srila Prabhupada under the picture that you can worship Krishna as a supreme master, I think supreme friend,
I don't remember the whole thing, but in the end it says Supreme Lover. Then when a person like doesn't know anything about Krishna consciousness and ask, oh, what do you mean, like God as a supreme? How would you explain it in like a simple way, sort of thing?
Supreme lover means that he's the lover of his feminine counterpart Radha, and we can become her maidservant and experience vicariously the love that they experience with each other.
Okay, that's quite simple.
And that's the answer.
Yeah. That's,
So what's your program? Oh, is this all?
still on, I